Hey, what's up guys? Joker here. Hope you're all doing well. Today I'm going to be sharing a little bit of a personal story with you as I was recently dropped like a fart in the wind from my MCN, my multi-channel network Fullscreen, who I've been with for about, I would say like 6 to 8 years. I don't know the exact year that I signed up with them, but I think it was 2013. So I've been with them for quite some time. MCN basically is someone that helps to sort of manage your channel, the monetization. You get some extra perks and features and stuff like that. And up until now, I was fairly pleased with them, although they didn't do really any of the things they initially promised, which is, kind of what happens with MCNs. And now, out of pretty much nowhere, I was completely just dropped by the network in the middle of the night with everything removed. All of my videos were demonetized, so I had to go back and do all of that myself, make sure ad revenue with AdSense is taken care of. So it's just a massive headache. But it's just really shitty kind of how they handled things. So I'm going to go through this and, read some of the emails that I got from them over the past 6 months. 2 emails specifically. So kind of talk about what happened here and, kind of talk about maybe some of the pitfalls of an MCN if anyone is ever thinking about doing that. If you're on YouTube or social media and you want to join a multi-channel network, what are the good things about them? What are the bad things about them? And also just how they kind of just did me dirty. Like I said, just dropped me in the middle of the night and just left me to fend for myself, like, go ahead and fix it. And that's pretty much how it went. So without further ado, let's pay some bills here, as I may have some financial issues as the result of the fallout from this whole thing with Fullscreen that I'll have pretty much no recourse for unless I feel like hiring a lawyer. But first, today's video is brought to you by MMORC.com, where you could save money on games for all of your favorite platforms, as well as software like Windows 10 Pro, which you can get for just $15, as well as Office 2019 Pro and Office 365. And if you act right now, you can get an additional 27% off with my code JOK27 at checkout, and that'll knock the price down on Windows 10 Pro from $15.29 all the way down to $11.16. And of course, they accept a wide variety of payment from PayPal to credit cards to Bitcoin. So be sure to act now and hit up the links down in the description below. So as I said at the start, they pretty much just dropped me in the middle of the night like a fart in the wind, removed me from the network, leaving me with a bunch of headaches and stuff having to deal with remonetizing my content. If I look over now on my YouTube video manager, you could see monetization now has been restored on all my videos, but I basically had to go through and do this morning, and it wasn't something I expected when I got the initial email from them. But thankfully, I went ahead and looked at my video manager page as I was redoing my Google AdSense and stuff and linking it to me. And the monetization for like 95% of the videos was set to off. Like it was weird that some videos it was turned on and some videos it was off, as it was previously it was all part of Fullscreen. So if they disabled the AdSense, it would stand to reason that they would just all be disabled. But it was, like I said, it was like probably 95% of them had monetization completely turned off, and it didn't take that much time. I thought initially I was going to have to go through like page by page, like 50 videos at a time, and I have over 1,000 videos, so it would have taken quite some time. But thankfully, there's a thing you can click on here to just apply all videos and then just enable monetization, and then it went through, and now all the videos are monetized again. So that issue has been resolved. And then I had to redo the monetization with AdSense, which appears to be correct, but I'm honestly not 100% sure, and I don't really have anyone to ask. That was really one of the main benefits of having someone like Fullscreen in my corner, is that, I had an intermediary between me and YouTube, because there is a massively systemic problem with YouTube and being able to get in contact with actual people and getting help from them rather than just being directed to a random FAQ page on Google or YouTube, which are very vague and not very helpful at all most of the time. So that's kind of why I was with, a network to begin with, is that they serve as a good intermediary. If you ever need to get in contact with YouTube, they can do that for you very quickly. If you ever have a copyright claim, they'll take care of it. When my channel got hacked back in January of 2020 and I completely lost access to it, I don't think I would have gotten the channel back if it wasn't for Fullscreen. So they've helped me out immensely, over the years, although they never really lived up to the promises they initially set, which was, we're going to help you grow your channel, and you'll have access to all these services to be able to get thumbnails for your videos, and it's just really not true. They don't really do any of that shit. I mean, they have their website. Once you join the network, you can get on forums and stuff, and you could find other creators to maybe help you do that stuff. But you're going to have to pay them. It's like you're basically contracting out individual people to help you with stuff, which is, nice. But honestly, I could find those people on my own on Reddit, or I've even had people reach out to me on Twitter before that have helped me out and done some animation work and, artwork and stuff for the channel. Other than that, though, really, they supply things like music, copyright-free music and all of that for the channel, which now they say I'm going to have to probably sort out for myself in the future, so I may have to do that, or just buy licenses to the songs that I've been using, like my outro music and stuff, even though I don't use too much music anymore, other than just the outro song. But yeah, this kind of all started back in... I kind of got a sense that it was going to go this way back in November of 2020, because it seemed like maybe Fullscreen was bought out by Warner. Because I got this email here. This was November 11th, 2020, and it reads, Fullscreen's network of over 2,500 creators remains stronger than ever, amassing billions of monthly video views globally. While some operational and reporting changes are underway as part of a broader digital transformation of Warner Media, those changes will enable us to provide more value to our creators, and we look forward to sharing more details on those opportunities in the coming weeks. That never happened. We are committed to our partnership obligations, and AdSense payments will be paid out as usual. Fullscreen is not going away, but is evolving for the future. Sincerely, the Fullscreen team. And again, that's November 11th, 2020. Fast forward to this morning, or very, very late last night, I got another email from the Fullscreen partner team. This was on January 15th, 2021 at 11:07 p.m., so 9 hours ago as of the time I'm recording this video. And they said, hello, I'm reaching out to confirm your channel was released from the Fullscreen network on June 15th, 2021. You should make sure you are reconnected to AdSense and you have provided your payment information to YouTube so you receive your earnings from them moving forward. More information can be found here. Random FAQ page. We wish you all the best with your channel, the partner experience team. That's it. That's all they said. No explanation whatsoever as to why I was removed from the partner program. Like, did I do something wrong? Are they getting rid of the partner program with Fullscreen? Are they just maybe releasing smaller channels and focusing on larger channels, which it seems like most of them kind of do anyway with MCNs, is that unless you're a huge creator, unless you're like Jeffree Star or Shane Dawson, being canceled, your networks aren't gonna do a damn thing for you. They're not gonna really do much apart from if you have a copyright issue. Yes, you can email in and do that kind of stuff, but they're not going to be reaching out to you and trying to help you to grow your channel. At least not in my experience. Not with Fullscreen, and they're one of the top 5 MCNs in the business. Even here in 2021, they were the best when I signed with them. And looking today at current MCNs, they are still listed as one of the top 5 MCNs out there. But they seem to have a very hands-off approach where a lot of the assistance they will give people, is the responses and stuff you get are very automated. So it's a very impersonal relationship with Fullscreen. And the way that my channel was dropped from the network couldn't be any more clearly evident of that automation process and how it's just you have basically no recourse. So more or less, what are the consequences of this? Well, it seems like I got the monetization set back up okay. The Google AdSense stuff I had to go back and do. I mean, I already had an AdSense account since when I originally set up the channel for monetization. So it seems like I had to go back and sort of reactivate that, but a lot of it is still not very clear on the monetization page if everything is set up correctly. I mean, I think it is, but again, not having a network and an intermediary to go between me and YouTube, I have no idea who to contact at YouTube to get this kind of stuff sorted out. But so it's stressful. It's a bit of a headache. I don't know what's going to happen with the financial side of things moving forward. But like I said, I think it's going to be okay. And my current plan for now is to just stay operating as a solo creator and not to sign back up with an MCN, at least for now, because I just want to see how it goes. I mean, they were taking a 10% revenue split from me. Initially, when I signed with them, my first 2 years, they were taking 30%, which I was unaware of. I mean, it was in the contract, and so it's kind of my fault for overlooking that. But honestly, at the time, I was lucky if I made $50 every 6 months from YouTube when I very first started out. So it really wasn't a big deal anyway. It was like nothing that they took. 30% was a huge cut, but after the 2 years, I was aware of it. And when my contract was up for renewal for the next 2 years, I renegotiated that to a 10% revenue split. So they took 10%, and I got the other 90% of what was left over after Google takes their 32%, because in case you didn't know, if you have 100%, the creators can only actually earn 68%. 32% goes right to Google straight off the top from all ad revenue. So then that 68%, then 10% of that was taken by Fullscreen, and they initially were trying to take 30% of it. So as you can see, at the end of the day, you're really not being left with a whole lot. But thankfully, now with Fullscreen dropping me, I will be back up at 68% of all revenue earned on the channel. So that could be a positive uplift for the channel, or it could also be a negative, because they also do help arrange. At least they're supposed to. You don't really know what's going on in the background, but they're supposed to get you better ads on your channel so that you can make a higher CPM, or cost per mile. That's how much you get paid per 1,000 views. So theoretically, they are supposed to get you better ads on your channel, but I don't really ever get to see any evidence of that. So I'm going to wait to see what goes on here in the next, maybe 3 to 6 months throughout the year, and see if anything changes, with growth in the channel, ad revenue, stuff like that. And, if I feel like it's necessary to go back to an MCN, there are other options out there, and ones that have much better features now compared to what Fullscreen was offering, as they've really declined ever since I very first joined with them. The hashtag network was one that I looked up that seems to be very well reviewed. But I'm going to take my time with it and do a lot more research into the MCN so that this kind of thing doesn't happen again. And hopefully, if I do go back to an MCN in the future, it'll be someone that's actually going to help me, to grow the channel, which has been a little bit stagnant in the past year or so. And so that would be great. So I'm trying to look at this optimistically, even though it was it was a very swift blow this morning. Like reading this, I'm like, what the fuck? All my videos are demonetized. I have to reset all this stuff up. All these problems. I have to worry about licensed music on the channel. Are the songs I was using on previous videos, am I going to get copyright claims on those because I'm no longer partnered through Fullscreen, which gave me access to Epidemic Sound, where I get all my music from? Is that going to be an issue? I don't know. There's still a lot of questions up in the air, but I'm trying to remain optimistic, and hopefully this ends up being a positive at the end of the day. So that's all I've got for you guys. I just wanted to cover this and talk about it because it was something that's bothering me today, obviously, and hopefully it works out in the end. But I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you throughout the week for some more content, now free from the Fullscreen network. And again, hopefully that ends up being a good thing at the end of the day. And I would just like to say to anyone at Fullscreen that's watching this, go fuck yourself. You're a bunch of assholes. You dropped me out of fucking nowhere after I was there for 8 years. When I wanted to renegotiate my contract early 5 years ago, no, you got to wait until 30 days prior of your contract renewal, and it can't be more than 30 days. It's got to be just right at 30 days. If it's if it's within 30 days of the contract being renewed, you can't do anything. So you'd have to wait another 2 years. No. Fullscreen, I appreciate some of the things you helped me with, but in the long run, go fuck yourselves. You're a bunch of cunts. So I'm going to get out of here. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. Ta-ra.